Global Battery Metals, or ticker symbol REZZF, REZZF, is another battery mining company that they get the raw materials and they can sell on to all the companies that want to generate batteries, whether that be for cars, EVs, or even like mobile phones, all that good stuff. So these kind of core metals that this company is mining involves lithium, nickel and copper. And you can see here it's currently trading about $0.76. On trading 2 and 2, it says the market cap is about 10 million. That's incorrect. I think it's actually about 35-40 million odd. And so this is a really exciting company. And now the hope is that I could copy a similar company such as American Battery Metals. Last week it's already up about 300%, so this is getting a lot of traction. It's just only recently released on Trading 212, but there's a few reasons why I think this company still has a lot of potential to grow and it could be worth investing in. But again, just before I get into the video, I just want to make it clear that I'm not a financial advisor. Penny stocks are extremely risky, and even if something looks promising, circumstances can always change, or information could be misunderstood or misinterpreted, and it could mean the investment could lose a lot of money. So be careful when you invest in these penny stocks on the OTC market. So jumping straight into the company's website, it's got a nice sleek looking design. It obviously starts off talking about their kind of mission statements, so talking about why they're doing what they're doing. Battery metals are powering today's technology. So it's got a quote from the CEO here saying, "We need to make a switch to renewable energy. We will have a positive impact as a key player in the green revolution. Our focus is on lithium, nickel and copper properties." So the website doesn't have much more than that. Normally I'd always start off with the company website just to get a feel of how the company operates, how it kind of, what its brand image is, what it operates in. And one thing is really throwing me off here. You can see it kind of talks about what these battery metals can be used for. So it's got electric vehicles, electronics, defense and aerospace. But this grid scale energy solutions here is really kind of annoying me. You can see all of the others are equal size, and this one is just slightly out of sync and is just larger than the others. And it's really off-putting. It's quite unprofessional. It's kind of a bit annoying. I don't know how this kind of slipped up, but like I said, this company is not necessarily looking like an Amazon or any kind of store online. People come here just for the information. All their business is going to be done like through the phone, sales, talking to people, like direct contracts. The website is kind of just a go-to place just for people like us investors to get a feel what the company is. So there's not much actually on the website. Like I said, it is mainly for investors. It kind of gives you a bit of a background of what it is. So I just want to jump into their corporate presentation. So it opens up this really professional looking presentation. It gives some key information about what the company is and what they do. Now, just starting off, the most important information in any company is their financials. You can see here they have about 1.1 million in cash and they have zero debt. For a penny stock, this is quite incredible. And to have all these upfront costs when they're mining, they've got to buy land or buy the rights to the land to drill and get out the raw materials, the lithium, the nickel, the copper, all that good stuff. They have no debt is really incredible. And what makes this company even more interesting is the actual all the directors. You can see here, so the board of directors and management are skilled in the finance and geology and engineering and experienced in mining, exploration, development and production. So that's all good things. You want people who have experience and know what they're doing, but to lead it in a forward-thinking manner, which is what this lithium and copper, these battery metals, are used for the future. Now, the demand for these raw metals comes from this report here. It gives a good overview of it. So you can see the global battery market size was valued at $108 billion in 2019, and is expected to grow at a compounded rate of 14.1% for the next 7 years, 2022-2027. And this little diagram here gives a good indication of how fast it's growing. And I want to point out the big one here, the light blue, lithium, is the biggest grower, and you can see how it almost triples, or predicted to triple, by 2027. Now this is key because Global Battery Metals have acquired a lithium project area in Ireland. So this is one of the key things that this company has going for them. They've got the land, they've got the area to mine and dig out all the lithium. I don't want to go into too much detail for myself because I'm not a geologist. I don't know the technical details and stuff. It kind of sums it up here. So it's got the project's significant exploration results are considered highly encouraging, and future exploration programs are currently being planned across the block with an immediate priority on identifying a drill target for the Agavana prospect. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it just sums up how they've got drills in the ground, they're getting going, they've explored the areas, they know where to mine and get the minerals out of. Another project they have going is their copper exploration in Peru. So again, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it basically just sums up they've been doing this, they are in operation, they are a business that's actually doing a tangible thing. There's a lot of penny stocks that just go into like mergers and acquisitions of other companies, and whilst that's great and you can make some money from it, I don't like it. It's not as feasible. I think it has a lot more risks. Not saying this isn't risky, but when they've got actual tangible and they're actually producing goods or have operations going ahead, it's a lot more encouraging. So jumping back into their corporate report, they sum it all up really nicely. It's just going through kind of the details. This is again on the Lithium project, and it's talking about why it's a bit more encouraging and why it looks quite promising. So it starts off by saying the government of Ireland have already carried out a regional geochemical steam sediment sampling program which showed blah 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 has a higher lithium anomalism, which means there's a lot more lithium in that general area, meaning if they do drill down there and mine there, their results should be promising and they should yield a lot more lithium to go on to sell to these battery manufacturers, which again is great for shareholders. It means they're going to be a more efficient mining in that particular area. Like I said, they've kind of surveyed all the different areas. This is the work completed to date. Again, it gets really technical. I don't really know the details of the percentages per lithium, blah blah blah. But they go on to see the next step, and it's just to get they've got the first zone identified, and now the next step is actually get the drill program and compromising on the holes, getting into the ground and extracting the metals that they can go on to sell. Some risk with the company you can see here, so it says the application initiated, however, they still need the approvals and they can expect it to take 6 to 8 weeks. So with this kind of thing, a lot of stuff can go wrong. It can be very bureaucratic. It can get trapped in many different areas along the acceptance process, which could delay any kind of profits or even getting the drill in the ground at all. So that could be quite a big risk. But again, with any penny stock, there's risks, and you need to analyse whether that's worth your investment and put your money into this in the long term. So that kind of summed up all the kind of what the company's doing currently and their kind of plans for the future. It shows that they're operating, they're focused on like lithium, and that also is a really growing market. However, this article here was quite interesting. It says, are mining companies jumping the gun on lithium? And it goes on to say, lithium demand has skyrocketed on the demand created by the battery industry. And whilst it doesn't show signs of slowing down, technology is evolving at such a rapid pace that they're arguing that lithium might not even be a key component of batteries in the future. However, whilst it says the risks of like changing technology and lithium might be made redundant in the longer term, in the shorter term it also says there's predictions that lithium demand will reach 2.2 million tonnes by 2030, but lithium supply is only forecasted to reach 1.67 million tonnes. So you can see there's a massive deficit, meaning that the supply is going to be a lot smaller than the actual demand for lithium. Which obviously, if you know like basic economics, supply and demand, if there's more demand than there is supply, that increases the prices, and that means if the company gets the drills in the ground and start obtaining lithium, it's going to be worth a lot more in the short to medium term, because a lot more companies are going to be looking to get their hands on this lithium to create their battery products. So that kind of sums up the whole background of the company and their kind of future potential in the market in mining battery metals. But as for price prediction for this company, it's quite hard to tell. It does depend on their actual operations, and once they got their drills into the ground and obtained the lithium, it depends on the pricing of what that will be worth in the short term. It could be 1 or 2 years before they even obtain any and be able to sell it. And then obviously how much for they can sell it for. So there's some of the risks with the company. However, if they do, looking at demand and the general kind of market as a whole, the way lithium's going, it could be a very promising price whilst it's only 76 cents. And so they have a current market cap of about $33 million, which is minuscule compared to the battery mining and the actual raw materials that they're producing or obtaining to sell. It has a hell of a lot of room to grow, despite it already increasing from 1 year ago. You can see it was priced at about 4 cents and it's already gone up to 76, which is about an 18-19x increase in the past year already. It still has a lot longer to go, in my opinion, and I will be purchasing some coming in the next weeks when I free up some funds to buy some more penny stocks. So that sums up the video on global battery metals, ticker symbol REZZF. So let me know what your thoughts on the company are and whether you'll be investing in it. I'll be interested to hear. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.